afternoon to everyone. We are team 1 CSSE. We are going to discuss the topic on impact of social media on teenagers. We all know that social media it creates our own identity in social networks, and it helps us to connect to all over India, the world.
Social media can also negatively affect teens, distracting them, disrupting their sleep, and exposing them to bullying and rumor spread.
Let's look at the bright side. Social media provides it gives access to information and resources. It creates content. It gives opportunity to connect all over the world. It allows content creators to create their own content and spread across the world. It acts as a social. It acts as a showcase of their talent. It also creates their own identity, as Guna says.
Also, we can create our own identity, but there may be a fake IDs, misuse, and I think so. Addiction to the makes the negative side of the social media, and some young people may lose their jobs because of the bad performance on the work and spending lots of time on the social media. I think so. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. Even though social media has negative impacts on it, social media can be a great platform for youngsters to display their creativity and everything. And social media can even be a platform for youngsters to start their own business and reach all around the world. What do you think so?
I agree with you, but it also has negative impacts that it may create cyberbullying, and there can be also a fear of missing out. It can also create unrealistic beauty standards. What do you think?
Nowadays, social media is playing a key role in solving issues. If we want to solve an issue, we can do some pretty Twitter so that the uh, issue will be transferred to the higher authorities and they will solve it as soon as possible.
By using all online apps and online websites give personal information and face insecurity by using the social media.
I agree with you, Anuja, but there is a positive way opinion in social media because it has a large database of music, songs, and files in social networking. We can get so many books and files, etc. To learn more about social media. We can also refer to so many platforms.
Yeah, we all have different opinions on social media, but there is one aspect, time. Time is very important. Procrastinating in social media, time is lost for a teenager, and at that teenage time, time is very important. So we summarize that social media is a double-edged sword. It has its bright sides and it has its dark sides. If we use it for our skillfulness and to increase our skills, it will be useful, or else it will be addictive and it will get on your head. Thank you. This is Deep.
Good evening, everyone. I am Team Young Personality. We are from Team 2. Our GD topic is what would you do if you are Prime Minister? If I were a Prime Minister, I would develop agriculture system because in agriculture system, the farmers do not have sufficient materials for farming. If I was the Prime Minister, I would have special importance for agriculture and farmers, and so they can understand the schemes better, and and we will improve that agriculture system.
If I were the Prime Minister, I would like to eliminate the poverty in the country because, and I also want to eliminate the.
If I were the Prime Minister, I would like to change the educational system of the country, introduce new norms and bring new guidelines to the system to make it better than it is. And we will try to possibly adapt from foreign educational systems.
If I would be a Prime Minister, I would like to serve sick people, and I want to make hospitals everywhere for free for the poor people.
So, was a nice idea, my dear friend. If I were a Prime Minister, I would like to develop the villages with the lack of basic facilities and create medical facilities, etc. If I were a Prime Minister, I would eradicate the caste system and reservation system, and I want to make the government transparent, and I will let people know everything about the government and their actions. If I were the Prime Minister, I would firstly install a special team which would study the existing systems in the country and the existing systems in other places of the world, uh, and introduce the good ones from other countries in the country, which will help the government, economy, and everything else work in a better way.
If I were a PM, I would turn India into stable and self-reliable nation, and my main emphasis is to eradicate social evils so that my people will live with peace and harmony.
I would be a prime minister. I would increase the IT sector, which would be helpful for the Indian students in etc. colleges. And I would solve all the problems with the present in India.
If I, if I were the Prime Minister, I would also focus on the cultural improvement because India has been colonized for so long that it lost its cultural identity. And a lot of young generation don't even know what their culture is, and have forgotten almost everything about their culture and are affair to the Western culture. So I would focus on improving the culture, and that would also improve the tourism and have people have a better sense of nationality.
That is a wonderful aspect. And I would like to improve the tourism in the northeast Indian sector because it is very less known to people and there are many beautiful areas there. And I would also like to make sure that our country becomes financially reliable from all the debts that it has. So, we need to increase our financial security. I would like to do more exports than imports.
Okay. To make one country reliable, the youth should be educated and get employed. So I would like to generate employment in India so that our people work for our country.
Uh, At the end of the day, everyone would work for the betterment of their country, would want their country to be number one in no matter what the situation is. So no matter who becomes the prime minister, everyone will work for that for the betterment of the country, and that's what everyone wants to do. Thank you.
Good afternoon. We are from TT. We have the GD on co-education versus single gender education. As of my point of view, I co-education is better than single gender education because in co-education will provide friendly environment among the both generation of female and male. It creates to share every thoughts with the opposite gender.
Yeah, Sandeep, I fully agree with your statement. Yeah, Sandeep, I fully agree with your statement. And I think co-education schooling is better than single gender education because in co-education schooling helps both the genders to respect each other's genders. And that is the time when the boy or girl mature. And that is the time they say their ideas. And that is the time to improve our communication skills. What is your opinion about that?
Yes, I do agree with this statement. In co-education system, everyone share their ideas among with others, and continue studying with their co-genders.
No gender discrimination so that everyone can have control on their words and everyone give respect to each other.
And so, yeah, I add to your point that it reduces the hesitation among both genders, and it gives respect, and it gives confidence, it increases the confidence level. And also, in future, girls cannot face any problem, and they each other know about their confidence levels and their weaknesses and strengths. So I think co-education is the best system to educate the both genders.
Why you feel like that single gender education is also popular? It also improves self-confidence.
In future studies also we interact with both the genders, not only in companies. For example, we go to some companies, we both genders are there, so we easily interact. That intermingle is only possible from the root of the studies.
But it is not necessary. It is not everywhere.
Yeah, co-education helps the students to intermingle. In single gender schools, we have different. They have a common point of view. Whereas in co-education, we have different point of view. So we have arguments. So they argue and they won't coincide on the same point, right?
Yes, we do in single gender education. We can share our ideas with the tutor who will tutor us, and we can move freely with them. So I support single gender education.
I agree with the co-education because it gives a healthy confidence and friendship between both genders.
But in co-education also it provides both family.
The healthy improve economic automation. Co-education supports a good, decent environment with a more love and
And co-education offers balanced environment where students to learn, respect, understand, and empathize among the other gender.
But there is some But there is some disadvantages also there in co-education schooling. That is one of the early relationships. What is your opinion about that?
It also it depends on the students' behavior.
Yeah, I agree with your statement. I agree with your statement. Then anyone else?
You know, co-education improves not only develops academically, but it improves develops and socially. If we are talking about the future, we mean both the genders, male as well as female. So we want to interact with both the genders as well.
Rohit, a co-education is very useful, and in future it should in future it is used for our when we go somewhere by leaving our parents. There is every gender is will be there. So co-gender education is also a part of.
Yes, but I'm not saying that single gender education is not that much.
As friends, now we discuss about single gender versus co-educator. That's a co means co means together, and education means imparting the knowledge. So we co-ed means we together share the things and thoughts helpfully and in healthy environment. So both education systems are same and equal, which only aim is to get the knowledge and well settled in future. So don't take these disadvantages and advantages. So we good path in good track so that our life is very healthy. Thanks for this giving opportunity.
Hi guys, we are from Team 4. We are going to discuss about current education system plus the creativity. And I am going to agree the point because uh, our education system is giving a lot of work to the students and also giving the time limits. So due to that lack of time, students are going losing their creativity and copying something from there.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly right. Because of records and assignments, unnecessary works, our creativity is destroyed. And due to this education system, most of the creativity levels are not coming up because some of them are good in dance and singing or other activities. Due to this education system, all are existing in this art.
Yes, it is correct. And I think creativity itself is a part of education. A student should be creative only if he should have certain knowledge on it. For example, a creative writer unless a creative writer can't write stuff unless he has good vocabulary and certain knowledge on it.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with your point. Yeah, see, as for example, we are discussing in our labs and we are doing many experiments in our labs in our college. So what we are learning in our classes was what the knowledge we are acquiring, we are practically developing in the lab. So it improves creativity.
Yes, I do agree, but Students nowadays are only focusing on results and only marks. So students are not developing the practical knowledge in schools. Now in college we are having labs, that's okay, but school students are not used to it.
Yes, they are habituated for by hearting. They are just by hearting the concept but not able to understand it conceptually so that it is killing creativity.
Yes, I do agree with your statement, but Indian education systems are not that good. As while the results are coming, we can see a rise of rating suicides, and it is very much of mental stress to our students, as it kills our creativity also.
That's true. I also agree with your statement. And our education system was pushing students to by heart what was there in the textbook. Students was not understanding about that introduction and parroting and copy and pasting of the by this we can't get knowledge and our education system kills kids.
But I agree. All students will feel- all students will read for marks, but some students are also expect some knowledge from the from teachers who will teach this.
Yes, at present teachers are forcing the students to learn what is in the textbooks only. They are not able to understand the interest of student and they are not encouraging them in that point.
Students are engaged in their daily homeworks and come to college, schools, and they are wasting their time approximately 8 hours, 6 hours a day, and 8 hours are for sleeping, and they didn't have any time to even think about something. And even the student or a person will not knowing that what is the special talent hidden in our head. So engaging in these homeworks and practicing in the works will not make them to be creativity in their mind. So people and education system should be allow the person or a student to give some time to improve their mindset or their creativity, not according to the textbooks or not according to the system of education. It should be according to the world. It should be according to the practical, experimental, and scientifically. So please, teachers and I'm worrying all for the students should be create the mind and schools and colleges never gives a good life. Even though we are not set fate, we can be in a good position. Thank you.
Yes, the long hours of college or studying time killing the creativity. Uh, and in colleges or schools, the real-time examples given by teachers are effective on students. Most of the private schools are mostly focusing on only the topic they are deriving to the students, but they are not worrying about whether they are getting or not, whether they are able to understand the topic they read or not. Just they are applying the limits and bothering the students to complete the whole work in that time of period. And I think students should think they should have a little more time to think creatively and do the things in a different way.
Yes, as we are saying that education system is affecting, like it is killing creativity or not. Yes, in many cases we can say it is killing our creativity, and not only that, we can enhance our creativity in many ways, as we all discussed now. So, we are concluding that it has many advantages and disadvantages.
Hello everyone, this is KM5. Our topic is current education system. Current educational system. Compared to previous, current education system is very technical and there is a more opportunities to learn more and more education.
I'm sorry to disagree, but nowadays in current education system, people are only focusing on grades, marks, and etc. And they are not even focusing on the mental health of people and the students. So it's a big disadvantage in the current education system. And also they are putting more efforts to build these infrastructure facilities and develop this infrastructure, not on the education and not on the students. So it should be abolished, I guess.
In past days, students learn from their teachers only, but nowadays there are many facilities to learn in online, and all the levels of education are developed very technically. And in past days, education is not very helpful to students, but nowadays, education is the backbone for their lives and
Affordable education to all. It is important that education, quality of education, and must be affordable to all sections of the society. For this condition of the government, colleges and institutions raise it to be reasonable levels and also taking stepwise extend the number of primary schools in order that people of each village can get education easily. Education loans must be made up of available easily.
Actually, in our present education system, there is a lack of coordination between what we are studying and our job requirements. This can be because of outdated curriculum and all. So I think we need to develop our curriculum according to our technology and according to our emerging technology.
Nowadays, in past days, there is no education. Nowadays, education system changed, like virtual classes and giving online classes, etc. And they are following traditional structure and giving opportunities to students to nowadays, everyone wants highest ranks, so that they are not showing any interest in outdoor activities, and parents are not encouraging those who show interest in activities. So they are getting so many of physical issues, and they are studying so much in technologies, and they are watching too much of phones, so they are getting mental issues.
The current education system needs to be modernized, and if it does not, the students will not grow in life. And the students should be encouraged to learn new things and apply how to apply theoretical knowledge.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you are right. But when our current education system, students are learning it theoretically, but they can't learning it practically. When they are in graduation time, there are some basic concepts of schooling and colleges. They can't remember. It is lack of coordination and job requirement, but they are learning theoretically. They can't implement in real time. Too much pressure on grades and lack of competition.
Yeah, that's the point. Due to the competition in the present world, students are unable to focus on their creativity. They're just focusing on the marks and getting stressed, and they literally impacts on their mental issues too.
CM sir introduced Manavadi program in the month of Navaratnalo. But the actual scheme of this program is to develop the education levels in the government schools. But there is no development in education levels, only development surroundings in the schools only. There is a lack of teachers in government schools, and in olden days, education is right most of the students, but these days education is one of my business.
Yeah, after listening to all these opinions and stuff that are being discussed, our final conclusion is there are many pros and also cons in the current education system. So, the pros are modernization of education can improve our learning, and also we need to learn according to our own present generation, right? So, this is the on marks, and they are only grasping the theoretical stuff in the education, not on practical approach. So that it is not even impossible to approach for job interviews and stuff. It's not even helping our future jobs. So this is the best cons that we could get in our discussion. So thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to welcome you all to today's group discussion, and the topic of which is plastic should be banned. As we all know, the major concern of everyone today is plastic. It is a major pollution causing agent that is an add-on to the pollution, and it is degrading the surface, the earth's surface day to day. It is causing in the it is resulting in the degradation of marine life and also Earth's environment. Now, I would like my friend Ramna to add few more points to it. Thank you.
Plastic have plastic have both positives and negatives in impacts on society. First, we discuss about versatility of plastic. Plastics have lightweight and used in industries. Plastics have uh, the present society depends upon plastic in the present generation. We can reduce plastic and save this and save environment.
And the most negative impact is environmental pollution. Plastics are non-degradable. It does not break down easily and roots in the soil. And disposal items like plastic covers and plastic bags, which does not mix in soil easily, and it led to accumulation of on Earth's surface like oceans, landfills, etc. And it harms to wildlife and marine life and other ecosystems, and it poses to a long-term threat to planet.
Effects of plastic due effects of plastic in ecosystem and especially marine. Nearly every year, 1 lakh mammals are dying due to this plastic because of eating plastic and filling their stomach. Due to this, they are dying. And nearly 75 to 200 million tons of plastic were dumped into water bodies every year. And especially food chain. Food chain is the basic to ecosystem, and it is unbalancing because of this. Chain.
Plastic contribute to plastic contribute climate change. Um, by using more and more plastic, the environment is getting degraded, and human life and aquatic life also getting disturbed. I would like to explain it with an example that On the occasion of Ganesh Chaturthi, the idols are made up of plastic of Paris, which is more harmful to our environment. At last, when immersion of Ganesh idols takes place, it takes more days to decompose in in the water, so that life of marine will be disturbed.
Yeah, I agree with this with your point. Plastic should be recycled. Many significant challenges are involved in this. Many types of plastics are uh, available, and plastic should be recycled. And more in this preparation, various contaminations and compositions are recycled.
Microplastics in the food chain. Microplastics can be found in various parts in the environment, like soil, water, air, etc. They have been entered into the food chain through ingestion by organisms. The long-term diseases in
Plastic can have so many effects on human organisms. Plastic releasing of chemicals.
In the present generation, most of the we know the plastic is using unnecessary things. We can reduce our plastic and save environment.
Many people think that actually India 100% of recycling process is taken on, but actually 21% of recycling was going and other percent of plastic was mixed with air, land and water. So
the long-term diseases. The long-term diseases in microplastics is still studied in the
At last, as a result, plastic waste should be ended up in landfills as well as in all areas should be banned. Concluding this, I would like to say that we must all emphasize on the usage of plastic as it stays hundreds and hundreds of years on the Earth's surface, and it also causes in the less life number of marine life. And also, I would like to say that government should also put ban and also revive taxes so that people will think more of using less plastic. Thank you.